Hello, it's Crypto CJ. It's Trade of the Day, Friday afternoon Zoom edition. We had a nice move from Bitcoin today, about 4%. Brought up most of the altcoins as well. So the chart's looking pretty good for a Friday afternoon. Let's check it out. All right, here's the Bitcoin chart on the day chart. Can you see that?
Yep.
Thank you. So let's go to the hour. Yeah, we dropped down here where I thought 25K might break, but it held up nicely. And then mostly sideways, trending up a little bit, another big drop. It did break 25K, but shot right back up again. And now we're over 26. So we've had some sort of conflicting financial news this week. And the Fed did not raise rates, but said they would probably 2 more times later in the year. So mixed signals from them. Imagine that. So the market kind of went a little crazy with that. Then there was another announcement from, I think it was Genesis, saying they were going to dump some altcoins and exchange them for Bitcoin and Ethereum, which is good news for Bitcoin and Ethereum. Not so good for the SEC bad list now, Solana, Matic, Atom, and some others. So those are potentially in bad shape, but pretty much everything was up today. So let's go back to the day chart, and still kind of trending down. I'd like to see this break through this SMA line here at 27.2 and get its way back up to 30. On Ethereum, yeah, again, it was trending down, got into the 1600s, then worked its way back up to 1700. So it was mostly trading in this 1800 to 1900 range until earlier this week. Okay, any questions or comments or wild speculations about the state of the overall market? Very well. Let's go to Altcoin Alert, see if we can find some day trades and set us up for the weekend. Okay, I'm on Altcoin Alert, the altcoin radar. Gonna reload, get the latest data. And the first sort I like to do is the AA score. Prefer values 80 and above. There we go. I looked at this GNO coin earlier. The volume's very poor on Coinbase. Nano, about the same. I do like Anchor. Obviously, Ethereum's huge. And XMR and VET are also some pretty good volume coins. I'm going to go ahead and look at Anchor. It's not up to 80, but 78.2 in this market's probably worth a look. Let's check it out. I have it open at the moment. Go to the 5-minute chart first. And yeah, we had this dip early in the morning, Pacific time, around 4:30. It's been trending up nicely until, well, for most of the morning, and then sideways since then, dipping a little bit. See some support right about here, 1978. We're pretty close to that now. So maybe you want to put a price alert in this vicinity, around 1940. So quick review, if you want to put a price alert, just right click anywhere on the chart, add alert, and 1940. And I like to use the information source for my alert names, and I've used AA score purchase many times. So TradingView remembers that for me, and I'm good to go. On my notifications, I got to make sure I'm current. I like to notify in my app, so that's on my phone. Show a pop-up that'll show something on my desktop computer. Email I don't usually use for this purpose. I'm gonna turn off the webhook. That's for auto trading, something I was working on earlier, and play a sound. For this alert, I'd probably go with alarm clock and click create, and you're good to go. But I'm going to cancel that because that's not how I usually do my alerts. I prefer indicators on the 15-minute chart. And so I got some old markings, get rid of those. Let's start with divergence. Divergence is a disagreement between the price action and the indicators. And then this indicator I'm using is several indicators, many indicators, version 4. Then I've got a confirmation here, this non-repaint. So I've got 2 divergent indicators. I use the first one because it's alert friendly, but it does repaint. So I use the second one for confirmation. So all these look pretty good in the past. The one exception would be this bullish divergence. I'm usually looking for 1% move, trading 10x leverage. If you're not trading leverage, you're probably trading spots, so you're gonna want to get 2 or 3%. And this one would have probably worked for me, but if you're looking for 2%, you're probably stuck for a while because it only goes up about 1.5 and then it drops quite a bit. And you're maybe would have gotten out. If you did some ladder buys, you might have gotten out in this vicinity. Ladder buying is a strategy where you make additional purchases when something goes against you, and that brings the entry price down and allows you to get out, oftentimes with more profit than you would have had you gotten it right the first time. I've done extensive past videos on ladder buying. You may want to check those out from 2020 and 2021. Go to my YouTube page and you'll find that. If you're on my email list, I put Patrick from the group updates my videos, and I send a list of those on a monthly or bi-monthly basis. But I digress. All right, so divergence looks pretty good. So each one of these had a move in the desired direction. We had bearish divergence here, went down 2%. This bullish divergence went up, 1.79. You could have stayed in longer, maybe caught this move, 4%. This one, yeah, I would have gotten out of that too. So all these anchor, both directions are looking good. We just got bearish divergence printed, the 1400 candle, so a little over an hour ago. 4 indicators are telling us that we have divergence here. So that might be one you want to look at. Generally, volumes go down on weekends, so shorts tend to be the better moves, but no guarantees. And Bitcoin did have a nice pump. It may maintain the momentum, but it looks like it sort of tapered off. It's going sideways now. It may be consolidating for a bigger move up, or it may drift down again. So look at your charts, figure out your risk tolerance, and function accordingly. Okay, if you want to set an alert on divergence, right click, and it goes to negative first. Choose the one you want. If you're trading spot, you're only going to use positive once per bar close. That'll leave it open all day until you turn it off. Alarm name. And you are ready to go. Yeah. So that's how you do that. And then you'll have to set a second alert. I think that was I don't remember you have to use one for each direction. Okay. Now if I don't see what I like in divergence, and those alerts tend to go off with some frequency, I'll go to SuperTrend, and these don't go off as much, but these are trading with the trend. Then I've got RSI and squeeze momentum down here for confirmation. So let's say on this buy alert, this one triggers right about here. My RSI is going up. And that's a bad example because it's still in the red. I probably wouldn't have taken that one. I would have taken this one because the RSI is trending up. And the squeeze momentum changes from red to green. So that's a good entry. And it does a nice job. 2%. I would have been on 10x leverage, probably looking for 1% move. So if you're trading spot, maybe you don't get out here. Maybe you're in this for a while and you ride it up here and get out at 3%. So 3% for day trade is pretty good. And SuperTrend is really easy to set alerts. Right click, add an alert. If you're trading spot, you go with buy. If you think it's going down, you can click sell, or you can do what I do and direction change. So once per bar close, AA score. Actually, I'm gonna have to take one of these or this webhook is gonna keep showing up. So I'll go ahead and put that on my list. And there we go. And the last approach I like, which has become my favorite during this sort of bull or bear slash consolidation, is the RSI. And this helps me find 1, 2, 3 dips. Yeah, let me pull out vertical line and I'll show you where some of these happen. I'm looking for a break below the 30 and then a recovery. That can be a really good entrance, or a break above the 70 and a drop. I'll show you examples of both. So here is where the RSI broke below the 30 and then came back up. So I would have gotten in right about here. And I'm probably out of this one right about here in 5 hours, 1% move. And then the other direction, well, it doesn't quite make it to the 70. Oh, here it is. So we get this move up to the 70 right about here. So I probably would have gotten in. Actually, that's not right. It needs to break below the 70. That happens here. So I'd probably still be in that trade, actually. Yeah, it would have gone up against me. So I'd still be in that trade, a little bit under, but not bad. And obviously this move here is really good on the bullish side. That crosses right here. So then you just and makes a nice move. 3% there. So good stuff on the RSI. And if you want to do an alert, it's pretty easy. Click on the RSI, right click. And if you're trading spot, you're going to want to be crossing up on the 30 once per bar close and AA score, or whatever you want to call it. If you want to trade both directions, both dropping below the 30 and coming back, or pushing above the 70 and dropping down, we're going to create a channel and use that for an alert. So we're going to enter a channel. Upper value will be 70, lower value 30, once per bar close. And I'll go ahead and create this one. And it'll create this rectangle here. So when it drops below, there's no alert. But when it comes back up, when it's recovering after the drop, that's when the alert goes off. Same thing on this. There's no alert when it goes above. When it drops, then the alert goes off. Okay, any questions on any of those indicator alerts or the anchor analysis overall? All right. And then another one I was looking at was DOT. Why was I looking at DOT? I think I sorted. Another sort I like is the long-term sentiment. I like to match these with the Elder Impulse. Long-term sentiment's based on Twitter data. Elder Impulse is a technical indicator. And when these match, they're usually worth checking out further. I have bullish on the sentiment and I have bearish on the trading. There's no matches except Cream, which is kind of a low volume coin at the moment. But I can also sort this the other direction. I think that's where DOT showed up. Yeah. So DOT's the crappiest coin in this sort, bearish on both the long-term sentiment and the elder impulse. Got this chart open. I'm on the 5-minute chart. I saw someone's video recently and I thought this was a pretty good idea. Instead of drawing a straight line for your support, do more of a range. So as you can see that this range encapsulates this, and that's this rectangle right here. Yeah, you can get that over here. And if you click on the star next to it, it'll create a toolbar for you, like the one I have here. So, but you can see we've got touches down in the middle of it, down at the bottom, and at the top. And this like 3-cent range here, about 1%, a little bit less than that on DOT. So it helps you better identify where you want to put your price alert. So you can maybe put it in the middle, on the bottom, or the top. Top is 4.336. And that's long-term sentiment buy. And there's your alert there. When it hits that, you'll still have that rectangle there and you can reevaluate. Okay, let's go to the 15-minute. Get rid of this for now. I don't need it anymore. Let's look at divergence. These all did okay, mostly except this one. Maybe get out here. Yeah, probably get out right about here before the drop. So that's better than I thought. Yeah, all these are profitable from what I can tell. So divergence looks good. Let's check out SuperTrend. Kind of choppy. Just not enough sustained momentum to, yeah, this buy signal has no confirmation. The sell signal has some. Would have done okay on this one. You're going for one, well, maybe not. Buy here, no confirmation on the momentum. Sell a little bit. Sells it a little bit better. Let's buy it. Yeah. And this move earlier today would have gotten in these 3 buys out. So I think I like divergence better than this setup. And then on the RSI, that would have been pretty good. Yeah. Then this one, yeah, this pops up right here and then this plunges. So that one doesn't look very good. That's a good one there. It doesn't quite cross. It's a good one there. And it's a pretty good one there, I think, on the short side. Yep. Couple suspect entries on the RSI. Of the 3 we looked at, I think I like the divergence best. Any questions on DOT? Very well. We will look at, do one more sort. So we've done AA score, long-term sentiment. I kind of like social activity matched with trading activity. It's very similar to the one I just did. And then if I'm scalping, I tend to do these more earlier in the morning. I'll use this 1-hour range. If I get 2 or 3% in the middle value, I'll look at it, but we don't have that here. So social activity on the long side, got Quant, got fire on both social activity and trading activity. So I'm not sure what. Sure, you might want to hover over these and see what they actually do as far as the technicals on the trading activity sort. So let's look at Quant. I don't know if you can. I don't think you can trade this on leverage, so we'll just look at it as a spot trade. Go to the Coinbase, Divergence. All the bullish ones did well because they caught this big move. So that's kind of obvious. SuperTrend, buy signals all did pretty well for the same reason. And got the RSI crossing here and here, also doing well. These probably wouldn't have triggered. So Quant looks good, at least it did. It's trending down a little bit since around 2 o'clock. Well, that one was pretty quick. That big pump, it's pretty obvious that it was doing well for spot trades. Maybe we'll look at one more then, since that went by so fast. Let's do, okay, I know. You can look at 24-hour change. And we can look for one to short. I like to short something over the weekend, again, since the volume tends to be lower. Tomo is usually something I can short. Seller, we already have a short open on that. And band. So let's look at seller. Not much happening on the 5-minute. 15, we'll look for bearish divergence. All those did really well. Drop, 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 drop. And this one triggered 6 different indicators triggered at 1 p.m. Pacific. So this is one you might want to look at. Right click, alert on negative divergence detected once per bar. And it's 24-hour sort. Can't remember what I call that. 24-hour change. Oh, there we go. 24-hour change sort. And I show you this one because you don't need to be an Altcoin Alert to do sorts like this. You could set up trading view lists like I have here. It's my old Bybit Binance list. You can set up, you can go to other free information services, Crypto Bubble, Crypto Gecko, CoinMarketCap. There are a lot of them. Or even just, you could look at your exchange and see what's hot today and see what's not, and then put your alerts on. So that's a negative divergence. I think I'm gonna leave that one. What's my notifications? Alarm clock. Okay. And if you rather trust the trend, go a SuperTrend here. Last sells have been good, trending down. Last 3, right click. SuperTrend sell once per bar close. A 24-hour change sort. You can go that route. And also, it's pretty easy to see that these RSI dips did well. Caught that dip. This drop caught that dip. And that's the last one we had on the downside. So seller is my weekend short. Watch it shoot up 40%. But anyway, got my alert in. We'll see what happens. Any questions on seller? Okay, we're right at half an hour, so it's a pretty good time to wrap it up. Do you guys have questions on the markets overall, or is there any particular coin you want to look at? Okay, well, I will stop the recording here. If you're watching on the recording, thanks for doing that. Hope to see you live next time. I will not be here Monday. Monday is my birthday. I'm going out with my daughter. So I will not see you Monday. I will be back Friday. Yeah, for this setup. I'll make an announcement on the other Zoom for the other group. But thanks for watching. Please check out the opportunities in the pinned comment. They help fund the channel. Have a good weekend. We'll see you next time.
Happy birthday.